says that when we are weak, then we are strong. Have you read that passage? And that's not double talk. It's when you're at the lowest place that you feel the presence of the Lord like you've never felt it before. I have had people tell me that over and over again. Dr. Jeremiah, it was an awful experience, and I hope I never have to do it again. But I want to tell you something. When I was there, I felt the presence of God like I had never felt it before.
Yeah, that's so true. Could you give us some practical tips on ways to strengthen your soul with God's strength?
You receive it through the Word. You receive it through worship. You receive it through waiting. They that wait upon the Lord, what does it say, class? Shall renew their strength. Faith is the muscle that ties together the promise of God and the fulfillment of God. And that muscle is strengthened when you wait.
And honestly, that's why I think this book is so important. It teaches the truth of God's word, but then it tells you and I how to access that. So let's move on to chapter 3, overcoming falsehood with truth. As you mentioned, this is very timely. We live in a culture where truth is so watered down, unrecognizable. But according to God's word, what is truth?
If you can get past Genesis 1:1, you can get truth. Because Genesis 1:1 says, in the beginning, God, He is the ultimate truth. And Jesus Christ, who is His Son, what is He called? The way, the truth, and the light. Truth in the Bible is not a concept. Truth in the Bible is a person. Jesus Christ is the truth. Whatever is in keeping with Christ and His truth is what is true. And of course, it gets played out today in all the cultural things that are going on. And after a while, you wonder, does anybody ever tell the truth about anything? But that doesn't mean that we as believers have to fall into that trap. Hold on to Jesus Christ as your only hope, because He is the way, the truth, and the light, and the truth will set you free.
Beautiful, beautiful. A lot of people make light of little white lies. It's not that big a deal. Why is falsehood so dangerous for us?
Well, you tell a lie and it never goes away. You know, you say, well, you can reflect on it and get it right. Yeah, but you can't fix the damage that's been done during the time that the lie was told, and you can never repair your reputation. You can be forgiven, and I think a lot of people misunderstand that. Well, God will forgive me. Yeah, but, you know, God forgives, but He doesn't take the scars away.
Yeah. Chapter 4, you talk about overcoming evil with good. I mean, what a challenge in the culture that we are living in. How do we even begin? Where do you even start to overcome evil with good?
Well, there's two places where evil resides, within us and outside of us. You begin to get rid of the evil within you when you come to the cross and you accept Jesus Christ's forgiveness. And the Bible says when you do that, He takes away your sin and He gives you His righteousness. That's the easy one.
Yes, but the evil that we face in our culture, day after day.
Well, I remember there's a passage, and if y'all want to look it up when you get home, it's at the end of chapter 12 of the book of Romans, where I think God gave us this little paragraph to help us understand how to deal with this. And there's some really revealing truths in there that I had never thought of before until I